Hello everyone, welcome to Algorithmish. So today we are going to solve another problem in the section of two pointers. So this is a easy to medium problem, and this type of problem is a good candidate for the Google interviews. Also it can be mostly used in the phone screening round. So let's get started with this problem. It's a pretty simple one line problem, but the solution is a bit tricky. Let's see. The problem is as follows: given an array of unsorted numbers, find all unique triplets in that which add to 0. So what they have given? They have given us an array of unsorted numbers, that is the numbers are unsorted. In that we need to find all the unique triplets which add up to 0. So let's see the example. So what the example says is, this is an unsorted array of integers, that is minus 3, 0, 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2. So in this we have to find all such triplets. So triplets, that is a pair of three numbers whose addition will be 0. So one triplet can be minus 3, 1 and 2. So this is the one triplet. So addition is minus 3 plus 1 is 2, the minus 2, and minus 2 plus 2 is 0. Another triplet is minus 2, 0, 2, that is minus 2, 0 and 2 here. So minus 2, 0, 2. So this is another triplet. Minus 2, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1. This is so there are four unique triplets whose sum is equal to 0. So here one more thing to notice, they have asked for the unique triplets, unique, because there should be no repeated triplets. Like if we have some value like minus 2 2 2 0 0, something like that, so there can be multiple triplets like minus 2 2 0 and minus 2 2 0. But we want only unique triplet. We'll see about that later. Now again another input is this minus 5 2 1 minus 2 3. So there are two unique triplets whose sum is equal to 0 is minus 5 2 and 3, as 2 plus 3 is 5 minus 5 is 0, and minus 2 minus 1 3. So minus 2 1 and 3. So this is the another unique triplet. So I hope with the examples you must have got an idea about what is the format of input and what does it ask us to do. Okay, so let's see how we can solve this problem. So always we can first come up with a brute force solution. So brute force solution is a pretty simple one. You can just run three loops, and form the pairs of triplets, and for each triplet you can check whether it is equal, or whether the sum of those triplets is equal or not to 0. And you need to put some additional validation to check if those are unique triplets or not. So but overall a brute force solution will be O of n cube, and obviously this type of solution won't be accepted by the interviewer. So can we do something better? Let's see how we can put this into the two pointer approach. Okay, so let's see what some observations we have. So if you have your own observations, you can write them down, you can pause this video, and then you can continue further to check if your observations and mine match together. Or if you have any new observations, you can put them down in the comment section. So let's see the observations. So here are my observations. So see, here we have to find a set of numbers with specific constraints, right? So a two pointer approach can be used, but for that we need a sorted array for the same. So let's keep that in mind. Yes, because for two pointer approach, mostly we know that we need a sorted kind of array, right? For two-pointed approach, mostly we need a sorted kind of array. And since this problem has an unsorted array, but another thing we know is that on sorted array we need to apply some specific constraints to get a pair of numbers or triplets of number or some subset of number, right? So a two-pointer approach may be possible here. Still I'm saying maybe. Assuming now that we have a sorted array, we how can we use a two-pointer approach? Yes, now this is the question. Let's see how we can do that. Suppose we have three numbers. It's not two actually, it's three. Let three numbers be x, y, and z. So what with the actually problem wants us to do is we want to find three such numbers such that the addition is 0. That is x plus y plus z is equals to 0. But what if I write this equation as y plus z equal to minus x, right? So this equation is absolutely equivalent to x plus y plus z equal to 0. I have just interchanged the terms. Now, do you see this equation is something familiar to one of our previously solved problems? Yes, absolutely. Yes, this equation will resemble to one of our previously solved problem. That is, we want to find a pair with the target sum, right? If you haven't watched this video, please watch that video. I shall put the link in the description, also on the I button, right? Because unless you understand that problem, this problem is continuation to the problem we are discussing here. I guess that is the first introductory problem I had discussed in this series of two pointers. So I hope you know the how to solve that problem, that is a pair with the target sum. In brief, I'll tell is that you have given a sorted array, and from that sorted array, you have to find two such numbers such that, or pairs of numbers such that their sum will be equal to zero, right? Assuming that you know how to solve that problem, now we shall proceed further. Now we see that the equation can be written, x plus y plus z can be written as y plus z equal to minus x. Now the problem will boil down to the pair with the target sum problem. So what it does is, now instead of checking if we have three pairs of sum, what we'll do, for each number taken from the array, we'll find two other such numbers such that their sum is equal to minus x. Now let's see why I'm taking minus x, because we need to find the negation of the sum. Because let us assume that my one number, current number is 2. Now I need to find two such numbers whose addition will be minus 2. Why minus 2? Because only then the addition of my current number, that is 2, and the sum of two numbers, that is minus 2, will together be equal to 0. I hope you get the idea or intuition behind this. So basically what we need to do is, for each number chosen from the array, what I will do is I will find two other numbers such that their sum will be the negation of my current number in my hand. Okay. So now also another thing you need to do is handle some basic cases which will handle the duplicates in the array. I shall leave it up to you to think. Later on, when I show the code, those cases will also be cleared. But I want you to think of them by yourself first. So let's see with an example what I mean. See, suppose my array is this 3, 0, 1, 2, minus 1, 1, and minus 2. Okay, first I will sort my array, because for two pointers, basically, we need some specific constraints. That is, that I need to sort the array. Also, if I'm going to use the logic which I had used for pair with target sum, the basic constraint there was the array must be sorted. Why? Because whenever you're using two pointers, one is at the left end of the array, another is at the right end of the array. By shifting the pointers or incrementing or decrementing them, we use the property of the sorted arrays to get our sum. These things, what I'm saying, you will only understand if you had watched the previous videos, or the first video where I had explained the logic for pair with the target sum. I repeat again, if you have not watched that video, please watch it again. So let's continue. So when I have sorted the array, let us define some ranges for x, y, and z. This will be, let the range for x be defined by I, for y be defined by j, and for z will be defined by k. So I will move from 0 to length of array minus 3, j will move from I plus 1 to length of array minus 2, and k will move from j plus 1 to length of array minus 1. So basically what I mean to say is this: my I range will move from minus 2 to 1 here, because since we need like the pair of three numbers, so at max my I can move till here, because if I go ahead of this, I don't have space to accommodate my j and k. After this, my j can be moved till here, that is till length of array minus 2, and finally my k can move till here, that is length of array minus 1. That is assuming these all are zero based array indexing, right? So I hope first you but the this ranges for I, j, k are clear. That is, my I will move from up to length of array minus 3. My j will move from length of array up to a length of array minus 2, and my k will move up to length of array minus 1. This is quite intuitive and common logic, I guess, because if you do ranges, or if you shift I more ahead, you won't have space to accommodate j and k. Or if you shift I before something, there will be still some numbers which won't be traversed, right? So once my I, j, and k are identified, also you can see that my j and k would act as my left and the right pointers for the corresponding element. That is, if my element is minus 2, so now my j will move from here to here, and my k will move from here to here, right? So between these two arrays, between these two pointers, I will find my sum. So let's assume that when my array is minus 2, suppose my current element holding is minus 2. Now I want to find two such elements, right? Now I want to find two such elements whose sum will be equal to 2. Right, now I want to find two such elements whose sum will be equal to 2. Only then the addition of these two will become 0, right? So if we apply the two pointer logic, that is, I move my j pointer in this side, that is, I move my j pointer towards this side of the array, and I move my k pointer towards this side of array. And the logic is also pretty similar to that. That whenever if my sum exceeds my expectation, I would decrement my right pointer, and if my sum goes below the expectation or below my target value, I would increase my left pointer. That is the same logic which we had used to solve the pair with the target sum problem. So what I'm doing is, suppose now my current value to be checked. Now my current value to be checked is -2, right? Now I am finding, now my current value to be checked is -2. Now I need two such numbers whose sum will be equal to 2. Now currently, if I assume that my pointer is at -1 and my right pointer is at 3, if I see that addition of these 3 minus 1 is 2, yes, I have got my value here itself. So I can say that this -2, -1 and 3 will form my one triplet, because as per the condition that is here, y plus z equal to -x. That is, suppose my x is -2, so my -x will be 2. So I need to find two such numbers by pointers j and k such that their addition would be equal to 2. That is the negation of the sum. Now duplicates can occur in both ranges of I, j and k. We can check with their previous elements to skip them. I hope that at least how to solve the base cases, or you can say how to solve some trivial cases, those are clear for you. That is, for each element you check with the corresponding j and k ranges. That is, for corresponding j and k ranges, that whether a value is possible for the given sum. That is, for this -2, my j will start from here and my k will start from here. Suppose my I is at this range, then my j will start from here, and again my k will start from the same end index. Always my j will start from the one element more than the array. And afterwards we can use our same two pointer logic to solve this problem. Now we shall see how we can handle the duplicates. I will give some basic intuition for that. That's very easy. Suppose we have such kind of array, that is -2 0 0 2 2. Now if my current element is -2, right? If my current element is -2, now my I will move from here. Now my I will move from the this end of the array, and my j will move from this end of the array, right? Now I need to find two such numbers whose summation would give me 2, because my x is -2, so my -x would be 2, right? So I need to find two such numbers whose addition would be 2. So the first, at the first trial itself, I find these two numbers, that is 0 and 2, to give the sum 2, right? So my first pair would be -2 0 2. Now when I move to the next part of the array, my I would get incremented here, and my j would get decremented. So again I would, now I would be at, my I would be at 0 and my j would be at 2, right? Now again I am getting the sum as -2, but the thing to check here is that previously, now my new triplet would be -2 0 and 2, but the thing to check here is, even my previous triplet was -2 0 2, and my new triplet would be also -2 0 2. So that would be a duplicate, right? So how we can check it? We can do is that whenever we increment and decrement the pairs of pointers, when we have found the sum, we can check with the previous. That is, now after once I had incremented, wait, I'll show you a bit. I shall just clear this. Now once I had incremented my pointer from I pointer and decremented my j pointer here, I can do is I can check my previous value here. This is this value equal, then I shall skip my left pointer. I shall also check that if my previous of the right pointer is equal, I shall again skip my this right pointer. So basically what I'm doing is, to eliminate duplicates, I'm checking the previous of left and right pointers, and if they are equal, I am just skipping the pointers and moving ahead. So that's it for this problem. I hope you have got the intuition for this problem and how to solve. It's very easy. You have to just take one element and apply the two pointer approach for that element within the given specified ranges. So here is the link for the problem. I want you to pause the problem, pause this video and go to this link and try solving this problem. Once you have solved or have any doubts, rewatch the video and then move on to the solution. Now I shall move to the solution section. So this is the solution here. So basically, first what I'm doing is, first here, see, this is my list. They have given the number list. So what I'm doing is, first I'm sorting them, and will hold the length of the numbers. As told, my loop will run of my, I have defined my I ranges here, and I have defined my left and right pointers. My left pointer will be I plus 1, and right pointer would be length of list -1, right? Also, this is the condition which I use to check the elements. I mean, I'll change this color. Okay. So this is the condition which I used to this check the ranges, right? Because if my I is greater than 0, I would check with the previous. This I'm checking this with the previous value here. That if my both the values are equal, then I shall just skip this value. So this is the condition checking for I. This is the condition checking for I. And once I initialize my left and right pointers here, that is I plus 1 and n minus 1. So now what I'm doing is I am applying my two pointer approach. This is the logic which is similar to the target pair sum. This logic is similar to the target pair sum. What I'm doing is first I am fixing my value. That is my value would be the negation of my current value. That is value would be negation of nums of I, because my nums I is the current value I'm holding. Now what I'm finding is if my summation of left pointer and right pointer values, if it is less than the value, so as usual what I shall do is I shall increment my left pointer, because the sum is less than the expectation, right? If my sums goes greater than the expectation, I shall decrement my right pointer as it is. Now this answer, and finally if both are equal, then I shall this is my triplet value, right? But if the addition is equal to the value which I need, then this is my triplet pair what I have found. Then I shall increment my left pointer and decrement my right pointer. Now this case is nothing but if I have to skip the pointers, right? So the same case which I had discussed before, right? For minus 2 0 0 2 2, if this is my array, then first pair I will get as minus 2 0 and 2. Again next pair I would get as minus 2 0 2, because assume that this 0 and this 0 are entirely different. This is one of the zeros and this is another 0. This is one of the zeros and this is another 0. This is one more 2 and this is another 2. So I don't want duplicate pairs. So what I'm going to do is, while left is less than right, here also I need to check that condition that my two pointers don't cross each other. For left one I would check if my pointer is same. If my current left pointer value and my previous left pointer value, if it is same, I would just increment my pointer. And if my current right pointer value and my previous right pointer value, if it is same, I would might decrease the right pointer. Just see how I'm checking the previous. For left I'm doing L minus 1 and for right I'm doing R plus 1. It is intuitive logic, because since my right is going in the opposite direction, I want to do R plus 1, and since my left is going in forward direction, I need to do L minus 1 to check the previous. So finally I return my answer, whatever the answer I've got. So I hope this is clearer to all of you. This is the solution for it. First you do the sorting, then what you do is you check with the previous to skip the repeating elements, and then if you initialize your left and right pointers, that is basically what you can say j and k variables. So I have just here L and R. So I plus 1 and n minus 1. Then you apply the logic similar to the target pair sum. Then you the value to be checked is a negation of the current value, and you check if it is less than or greater than. Accordingly, you increment or decrement the left and right pointers. If you found the value, then you assign the save the triplet, and also you check for the repeating pointers by checking the previous, and you correspondingly increment or decrement the pointers. So that's it for this video. I hope you understood the solution. So do like this video and share this video. Also hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you don't miss any updates, and so that you can always be reminded for the future upcoming videos. Thank you.